Well, the father of the Boston bombing suspects denies his son's involvement in the marathon blast, saying they were set up.
Somebody clearly framed them. I don't know who exactly framed them, but they did. They framed them, and they were so cowardly that they shot the boy dead. There are policemen like that.
Enzo Saarnaev was speaking to media from his home in Russia. Now, he denied his sons had anything to do with, quote, radical Islam, and accused the U.S. Secret Service of lying about his sons being practicing Muslims. The mother of the suspect has also said that her sons were set up by the FBI. 26-year-old Tamerlan Saarnaev was killed during a firefight with police in Watertown, Massachusetts on Thursday. His 19-year-old brother, Jahar, was arrested on Friday. We're going to switch over to Austin, Texas, joined by from Infowars.com, Alex Jones. Thank you for joining us, Alex. Alex, tell us your take on this situation. I mean, we seem like we have so much information coming out and contradictory. What's your take on this situation and what the fathers of the young men have said?
Well, thanks for having me. For someone who doesn't study this, for the general public that doesn't follow false flags or intelligence operations like this, it looks like they got their guys. But when you know what you're looking at, you see all the photos of all the contractors and spies and people watching the two brothers when they come, when they go, all the other people there, they're there with black bags.
Okay, Alex, I'm going to have to interrupt you. Alex, we're having some audio difficulties. Hopefully we can get you back on, and definitely would like to talk to you. Do we have him? Alex, can you hear me now? They say it's a clear line.
Absolutely. Can you hear me now?
Okay, perfect. Go ahead, Alex. Thank you.
Sure. No, it's just that if you've studied past intelligence operations and you've seen how Western governments have done this before, this is a classic false flag, a classic self-inflicted wound, staged event. If you look at Oklahoma City in 1995, that was clearly staged. I've investigated that deeply. They had a lot of different patsies and groups there that believed that they were taking part in a drill. And we know that there was a drill at the Boston Marathon and at the end of the Boston Marathon, and there were Defense Department personnel and contractors swarming around with black backpacks, so that in case the police basically saw something suspicious, the bomb wouldn't be stopped. And then I predict that once they showed these patsies' faces a few nights ago, that they would both end up dead. And right now, the other patsy, they say, is in critical condition. So when someone's not trained in this, it's hard to know what really happened. But when
Alex, let me just jump in here, because we are in the middle of the news bulletin. But what could be possible reasons that the U.S. government would want to do a false flag operation like this with this situation?
Well, they want a political diversion from the congressional committee that ruled the day before that George W. Bush and Barack Obama are guilty of war crimes and treason for ordering ongoing torture at torture camps all over the world. That was even in the New York Times. It also becomes a political diversion and allows the security state to begin to set up checkpoints and really a type of soft martial law around the country. But this has all the hallmarks of a false flag operation, and we have the photos, hundreds of them, and videos of contractors all around where the bomb went off, and then removing themselves about a minute before the bombs actually go off. And the FBI has a long history of provocateuring people to go out and carry out bombings.
Alex, just real quickly, 30 seconds. Alex, do you think that it's possible that we're going to actually, because we know about various false flag operations that you have mentioned before, do you think that this is something that will actually come out, that the average American in the United States will come to realize or understand that it's a false flag operation?
Yes, I mean, most Americans I talk to already understand that it has all the signs of a staged event. The problem is that the power structure is in control, so no one will be brought to justice, and they will use this to abolish the Bill of Rights and Constitution. They also used it to ram through the Internet censorship bill yesterday. So they're using this for a lot of reasons, and they also use it to take over the city of Boston. Never before happened martial law. This is all about a police state power grab. That's why government staged false flags from Hitler to Clinton.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being with us. That was Alex Jones from Infowars.com out of Austin, Texas. Of course, looking at that situation that had taken place in Boston. First of all, the bombing at the marathon, and then the capture and killing of those who had been accused, basically saying that they were false flag operations. Of course, we'll be bringing you more on that situation right here at Press TV.